A bird told me that you wanna start crocheting. Well, this video is for you. Hi everyone, my name is Elena. I've been crocheting for almost 4 years, and in this video I'm gonna tell you everything, literally everything you need to know about crocheting. Whether you're starting out or already started, you will find useful information. If you wanna skip some sections of the video, you will find timestamps, like right here. I think you can see them. Okay, so enough with the chit chats, let's start. The first thing I want to talk about is the difference between knitting and crocheting, because no, they're not the same thing. The main difference is that knitting is done with 2 needles, like this. No! While crocheting is done just by using 1 hook. Knitting usually looks better than crochet. Take for example this sweater that I started making 1 year ago. Just don't judge. You see, it creates little V's all over. Well, crocheting looks a lot different. Like this sweater. Do you see any V's? I don't. So yeah, some say knit looks better than crochet. I agree with them, but it's also a totally different technique. I find that knitting gets a little bit boring because it takes more time, less yarn, but more time. It just isn't for me, honestly. Knitting uses less yarn and crochet uses more. You can't really replicate the look of crochet in knitted stuff, while you can replicate the look of knitting in crochet stuff. So if after this you're still convinced that you want to crochet, then let's start with what you'll need for your first piece. You'll just need some yarn and a crochet hook. There are many types of yarn, we will go over them later, but I suggest you, for the first time you're crocheting, choose acrylic yarn. It's cheaper, it's easier to work with, and try not to pick it like too small. This is an example of acrylic yarn, and here you can see the crochet hook you'll need. This is a 3 to 4 millimeter, and this is linked to the weight of the yarn, but I suggest you to pick a yarn that suggests from 3 millimeter hook to a 6 or 7 millimeter hook. Please don't start with the 6-7 thread. And as you may have noticed, hooks are measured in millimeters. So for example, this is a 2.5 millimeter, and you can see the head is kind of small. This is a 1.25 millimeter hook, like so small. But then this is a 5 millimeter hook. This is the biggest hook I have. It's a 10 millimeter hook compared to a 5 millimeter hook. I think you get it. But yeah, bigger yarn means bigger hook. And I think like it's easy, you know? Yarn instead is measured by grams. So you can see right here it says 50 grams, but they are also sometimes measured in meters or yards. And they usually are or in the front of the tag or in the back. You can see this yarn suggests 150 grams for a scarf, 50 grams for a beanie, etc. Now let's talk about the different fibers of yarns, or at least what I know of, because I talk from experience. This one is acrylic, it's cheaper. When making something, it stretches more, and I think it's the ideal fiber to start crocheting. Acrylic, like polyester, is basically plastic. That means if you want to make a pot holder, it will melt. So pay attention to what fiber you're choosing depending on the project that you want to make. Acrylic is ideal for scarves, beanies, sweaters, sweater vests, cardigans, you name it, because it keeps you warm. Like these hand warmers I made a couple of days ago, and with acrylic yarn I mean all synthetic fibers, so polyester, nylon, you name it. Then we have natural fibers like wool, cotton, alpaca wool, linen, everything that comes from nature or animals. Let's talk about wool, and for wool I mean virgin wool, sheep wool, alpaca wool, also mohair. They have to be worked kind of carefully. They keep you warm, but for some people they can be itchy. Like for me, I can't, if I make something with wool, I know I will have to wear a shirt underneath, because otherwise, you know, I keep, and it's not very nice. So yeah, this type of fibers tend to be more expensive because they're made from animals and they have to go through a process, very long process that I'm not gonna explain to you, but there are a lot of documentaries online that you can watch about how wool is made and how it was made in the past, while acrylic is made in factories. Not saying that wool isn't, but there are people working with the sheeps and people taking the wool of the sheeps, etc. So they tend to be more expensive, especially mohair. If you buy mohair yarn, which is so freaking beautiful, but it's itchy AF. I talk from experience. I love the look of it, but it's also very expensive. We're talking about at least €6 for 25 grams of wool, which is a lot. Then we have cotton, bamboo, linen, and natural fibers that come from plants. These are usually fibers that are more breathable, like they are ideal for summer tops, summer scarves, bandanas. I suggest you to wash everything you make by hand. You don't want to do a disaster and waste time and yarn. But anyways, so they're perfect for breathable stuff or for tapestries. So cotton and natural fibers that come from plants usually are less stretchy. That's why when you make a summer top, you have to be careful with the stitch you use, the measurements. Finally, we have blends. So when you see cotton and acrylic, for example, is a blend of both. So you get some characteristics of cotton and some of acrylic. Now let's talk about different weights of yarn. I swear then we'll start crocheting. As always, you can see them in the back of the yarn tag, and they usually are or in this way or in this way. Editing Elena is gonna show you the various weights of yarn, and every weight corresponds to a crochet hook, the ideal crochet hook, because if you want to make a piece with a lot of holes, you can use a weight 3 yarn and let's say an 8mm hook. Or if you want like less holes, you can choose to size down the crochet hook you're using. Like for this yarn, suggest a 3 to 4mm hook. If I want the piece to be sturdier with less holes, I can use a 2.5mm hook. If you're just starting out, I suggest you to just read what it says on the tag and just choose the hook it suggests. So I'm just gonna put here a thing that shows every weight of yarn, like the hook he recommends, the type of yarn, you know. Now it's time to learn the basic stitches. Yes! Okay, here we are. So I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know to start crocheting. All the basic stitches that you will need. Whether you want to make clothes, you want to make blushes, whatever. So I've got my 3.5mm hook and my yarn. The first thing we want to do is a slip knot. So the way I do it is taking the yarn, you take it with a bit of tail, hold it like this, so between your ring finger and your thumb, wrap it like that. Then again, so you want to make a cross, and then you put the tail again between your thumb and middle finger. This is the inside of your hand and this is the outside. Now what you want to do is take the hook with the little head right here, like that, and then you want to go under that first line over this second line and really grab it. I don't know if you can see. Grab it with the head and simply pull. Let go of your fingers and pull. Now that's very big. So what you want to do is pull the tail that's connected with the skein of yarn. Pull it until it's tied to the hook. Now pull the shorter tail so you'll make it sturdy, you know? It won't undo. It's time to learn how to put the yarn and the hook. In the pinky we'll go over, ring finger under, middle finger over and index finger under. You see how my hand is? Hold the shorter tail between your middle finger and thumb. Make sure you're like pulling it to the ground. There are many ways to hold your hook. There's this way. So index, middle finger and thumb. Or I take it this way. So all my fingers wrapped around, index finger straight and thumb right here. To make a chain, which is the basic stitch, you want to wrap it around from the back to the front. The important thing is that the head of the hook is facing you. So I'm here, so the head is facing me. Let's say it's like this, so it's facing you. Pull the index finger like away, I'm pulling it away, so the yarn stays tense. Now you want to turn your hook and insert it into the chain. You know, just make the yarn slip. Again, head facing me, from the back to the front. Remember, I'm pulling the yarn down. The thumb and the middle finger, you just go to the left. And that's it. That's how you chain. Instead of moving this hand, which might be a little bit difficult, you can move your right hand or the hand that's holding the hook. So, and again, just chain like this. Now I've been doing this for 4 years, so for me it's kind of easy, but you can just re-watch the part as many times as you need. I understand that at first it might be difficult. Sometimes I even just take my hand and just see how I'm doing. But this comes with practice. So sometimes I just hold my chain with my thumb and index finger, and then with my wrist just wrap it around. And with time you'll be able to just chain like this. I'm gonna teach you your first stitch. There are many stitches. Let's start with the slip stitch. If you turn it, every line right here is a chain. You want to skip the first line right here and go into the second one. So insert your hook through the second one. Use your index finger to keep this and help you slide through the crochet hook. Wrap it around always from the back to the front. Now turn the hook to the ground, slide it, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. You may want to take your index and thumb to help you and keep the chain you're working with still, and then again turn it into the ground. Make sure you're grabbing it, and that's it. That's a slip stitch. Now you want to insert the hook through your second line, so you want to go right like that, wrap it around always from the back through the front, turn your hook to the ground, and then turn it again so it faces you, and then turn it again to the ground, and that's it basically. Now for your second stitch, it's the single crochet. Again, put it into the first line that you see. You might want to help you with your index finger. Again, from the back to the front. Hook turns into the ground and then rises again. And then this time we're gonna wrap the yarn around the hook again. So from the back to the front, and pull what you've made to the ground, turn the hook through the ground and pass it through 2 loops. Pay attention that this is the chain we have just worked in. We do not want to put the hook into this chain, we want to put it into the next. Wrap it around from back to front, rise. Again, from back to front, turn the hook into the ground and pass it through. Just like that. We're gonna do it a 3rd time, so insert the hook into the chain, wrap it around from front to back, turn the hook into the ground, grab the working yarn, voila, rise again, yarn over, so from back to front, turn the hook into the ground, the index and thumb finger are pulling into the ground, and slide it. I swear it's not that hard, and don't get discouraged because practice makes it perfect. Now for the half double crochet. You're gonna yarn over before putting the hook into the next chain. Again, not this chain right here, but the next one. Keep the chain with your index and thumb, and with your other index keep the loops on your hook in place. So you wanna insert it into the chain, yarn over again, so again from back to front. Turn your hook into the ground and pass it through the chain. We have 3 loops on our hook and the head is facing us. As always, index and thumb pulling to the ground, the other index is sliding this through. Yarn over from back to front. Turn the hook into the ground with the working yarn right here and pull through all 3 loops. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Again, yarn over from back to front, insert it into the next chain, yarn over again, pull through 1, and now we have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over. This thing from back to front is called yarn over. Hook facing the ground, index and thumb finger pulling to the ground, and then slide everything through. Now I'm gonna show you how I do it. So again, and that's it. Now for the last stitch. Yarn over before going into the chain, insert the hook into the chain, yarn over, hook facing the ground, pull through the chain, yarn over again, pull through only 2 loops. Okay, hook facing us, yarn over, the index and thumb fingers are always pulling down, and pull through the last 2. Like this. Again, yarn over, put through the chain, hook facing the ground and taking the working yarn with him. We have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over again from back to front as always, pull through 2 with the hook facing the ground, yarn over again, and with the hook facing the ground, pull through 2. Again into the chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's all the basic stitches. As you can see, our piece of yarn is gradually increasing. you know? And with that, you will be able to make whatever. The differences between these stitches is that double crochet is stretchier, works up fairly quickly since it's higher, and it's more wearable because it leaves a bigger space between the stitches compared to the single crochet that you cannot even see the space between the stitches. Now, as you do half double crochet, single crochet, and then slip stitch, the stitches become less stretchy, less breathable, and more time consuming if you're doing a bigger piece. I will show you now how to make a square using my favorite stitch, which is the half double crochet. I'm also gonna show you how to count the chains. Every little V is a chain, so this little V is one chain, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna keep 10 chains. For the half double crochet, single crochet, and slip stitch, you're gonna skip one chain. For the double crochet, you're gonna skip 2 chains from the hook. So since I'm doing a half double crochet, I'm gonna yarn over, put it into the chain, yarn over again, pull it through, yarn over again, and pull through all 3. So again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3. And you're gonna proceed like this. If you get one stitch wrong, don't worry, just pull the tail that's connected to your skein of yarn, pull it, and everything will be okay. Some yarns may destroy, so you see there's a little yarn right here, don't worry, just pick it up. Okay, and now we have our 10 stitches. We have to chain 1 for the half double crochet, single crochet, and slip stitch. For the double crochet, we have to chain 2 at the beginning of a new row. So by chaining 1 and turning your work, you will begin a new row. So this time we are gonna put the hook through this V right here. So for the half double crochet, yarn over, you see that we got the V in our hook. Yarn over again, pull through, and that's it. So remember, from row 2 we are gonna insert it into the V. Okay, so now I'm gonna teach you how to increase, and with increase I mean just adding more stitches to the piece. If you want to make a square, you don't have this problem. If you want to make something else like a plushie or whatever, you will have this problem. So increases just mean doing 2 stitches in the same stitch. I'm doing half double crochets, so that's 1 stitch, and in the same space I'm gonna do the second double crochet, and then I'm gonna keep on doing my usual stitch. Again, in the same hole I'm gonna insert another stitch, and that's basically how you do it. Now in the case of slip stitch, take the first V, the hook will go that way, so you're gonna take the hook to the front and again pull it through, yarn over, and pull through all 2 chains. This might be difficult, but that's okay, and pull through 1. In the case of single crochet, it's the same thing. The hook from the front to the back, take the hook to the front and pull it again through the back. Yarn over, pull through 1 and pull through 1 again. You have 2 loops now and single crochet, and that's basically it. So instead of inserting it to just 1 stitch or 1 chain, you have to go through the first one, take the hook through the front and go into the second one. Pull through 1, pull through 2, and again. Okay, so now that you know the basic stitches and basically how to make a square, it's time to talk about the tension. So if you want to make a square but you try to and it comes out like this, it's wavy and the rounds aren't perfect, that's okay, because you are either accidentally increasing, or you are skipping stitches without noticing, or your tension is not too good. Don't worry, because practice makes it perfect. So the tension, which if you didn't know, tension is basically, let's say this is the yarn, a tension that's too high will be like this, so your stitches will be naturally smaller, or too loose, so your stitch will be naturally bigger and with more holes in it. But don't worry, because as you practice, your tension will adjust and you won't even notice. Just maybe put a little bit of attention while you're holding the yarn to not get it too stretched out or too loose. It's easy as that. Practice makes it perfect, remember that, and don't get discouraged, because everyone makes mistakes. I do too, and people who have been crocheting for 20 years do too. Next, I want to talk about blocking. So what is blocking? How do we block things? Blocking is a way to make your thing bigger. I've made some short form videos about it, so go check them out if you want a short explanation. But if you want a longer explanation, I'm here to help. So as I said, you usually use blocking to make the garment bigger. If you want it smaller, you can put it into the washing machine. What you'll need for blocking depends on the fiber. So for synthetic fibers, you'll need a blocking board and an iron. For natural fibers, you'll need a blocking board and some type of soap to wash your thing, and water. So to block synthetic fibers, you just need to take your piece, put it on a blocking board, which is like this thing. Take an iron or a seaming device and pass it. Remember to stay at least 1 centimeter away from the actual thing, because otherwise it will melt and it's not great. If you really do need to iron the piece, put a piece of fabric between the iron and the piece. So this is the piece, then there's a piece of fabric, and then there's the iron. You could also not use a blocking board and just use a steaming device and steam it and like make it larger as you go in with the steamer. It works too, many people do that. But I prefer the blocking board method because it makes me feel more in control of what I will come out with. Especially if I have to make something for other people and I need specific measurements with natural fibers, you'll need to take your thing, wash it with lukewarm water, put a little bit of soap specific for the fiber. For example, there are some specific soaps for wool. You need to put that in, mix it, leave it there for I think a couple of hours. I'm not that sure, honestly, so take what I'm saying carefully. After you wash the thing, you'll need to scrunch it and remove the excess water. Then sometimes you need to roll it with a towel, so you put a towel, you put your piece, and then you start rolling it, and then press it so all the excess water comes out. People also jump on it. I think that helps, but it's your choice. After that, you want to pin it down to a blocking board and leave it there until it's all dried up. And that's basically it. I forgot, for the synthetic fiber, you just want to leave it there. I leave it there for a couple of days, but you can totally unpin it just after the wet from the steaming is gone. But again, your choice, you choose how to do it, trust your instincts and do your thing. One of the last things I want to talk about is how to read patterns. So once you've mastered your crochet skills, you will be able to read patterns. There are many free patterns, but there are also more paid patterns. Patterns just allow you to take your mind off what you're doing, just following the instructions, knowing that your piece will come out perfectly fine, using your measurements, that it will fit you. it's just easier, honestly, because people already worked for you previously, so you can just follow the instructions and everything will be fine. But the way patterns work is by abbreviations. In my crochet journal, I have a dedicated page with all the abbreviations, so you can just follow patterns easily. If you forget what one abbreviation stands for, you just look at your crochet journal and find out. But usually patterns include already written abbreviations. The abbreviations they're gonna use are already there, so yeah, or at least in my patterns. I don't know about other people's patterns, but I can assure you mine include them. But usually they include them, like all the patterns include abbreviations and their meaning. But anyways, so you have these abbreviations and the pattern will tell you, for example, make 6 single crochets, so 6SC, so make 6SC in a MG. You know how you use abbreviation while texting your friends? How you doing? Good. HBU. How about you? You know, that kind of thing. I feel like a grandma right now, but we're all grandmas inside, you know. Anyways, so yeah, just follow the abbreviations. Every abbreviation means something, so they just tell you what stitches you need to do in what rows. As you probably know, patterns work in rows, so row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, etc. Yeah. And then the very last thing I want to talk about is how to read diagrams. Now, most crocheters don't know how to read diagrams, but I swear it's so freaking easy. They're just symbols. So for example, the cross means single crochet, and you notice where they put them, and you just... I'll put the TikTok right here, because I explain it there very well. Now I lost my use of English words, so the only thing that you need is this crochet cheat code. I'm just gonna go away for a bit so you can take a screenshot of it. By the way, sorry for my accent, I'm Italian. So this will teach you and will show you how every stitch is written, represented, I don't know. Let's take this as an example. In the middle we have 6 chains and a slip stitch, as you can see from here. So that's what the first row is gonna be. I think you could also do a magic circle, but yeah. Then you chain 1 and do, wait, let me count. And you do 11 single crochets. We can see it from this line. And then you're gonna slip stitch to make a circle and do 3 chains in between the single crochets. So we have the first 2 or 3 rounds. Then you're gonna chain 1 and the 2 next to the chain symbol means like the number of the round or the row. And then you're gonna single crochet on top of the second chain, chain 3, single crochet on top of the second chain, and just go on. Then you're gonna chain 1 single crochet in the same stitch and chain 6. Single crochet on top of the second chain and chain 3, and then single crochet on top of the second chain, and you just go on and on. Then you're gonna chain 1 single crochet in the same space and do 5 double crochets, chain 2 and 5 double crochets, all in the chain 6 space. Single crochet on top of the second chain, and then go on and on. So yeah, I think by now you get what I mean. But if you have any question, leave them in the comments. I'll try and reply right away. And yeah, then you just continue by following the pattern. Sorry again for my English, and in the next few days I'm gonna post some TikToks with some diagrams, so you can create whatever you want. And there are a lot of free patterns with diagrams. That's why I made this video. And that was it for this video. I'm gonna do a video with beginner-friendly tutorials very soon, so subscribe if you want to. I hope you like this video. If you want to, leave a comment and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!